I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Ghana and Nigeria fans are sitting on tenterhooks, waiting for the big clash between the Super Eagles and the Black Stars. And as usual, this is a classic rivalry full of pride, passion, and history. And of course, have to talk from the camp of the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana, ahead of their participation in this 2025 Unity Cup tournament. The team held their first training session this evening in West London. What transpired? I have the latest gist and excerpts from the team's camp. Latest from the camp of Black Stars duo, Mohamed Kudus and Kamaldeen Sulemana made a surprise visit to the team's camp. I have to talk about them in this video. The head coach of the team, Otto Addo, has spoken at length ahead of Ghana's participation in the 2025 Unity Cup tournament. He has reviewed his objectives and expectations of the senior national team, the Black Stars. These and many other stories that I have for you in this particular video. So if you are new on this platform, please try as much as you can to subscribe to the channel. After that, hit on the post notification bell for more updates. Please don't forget to like the video and share to other social media platforms. Leave your decent comment in the comment box for special shoutouts after my presentation. Follow Manuel TV Sports both on Facebook and TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, let's delve into the intricacies of the stories. And to start with is a camp of the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. I can say this is the day 2 of their camping, and in the day 2, they held their first training session in West London. I'm not very certain about where they held the first training session, but it will be around the GTEC Community Stadium. Currently, the team is lodging at the Clayton City Hotel in West London. This is a luxury establishment located some just few minutes away from the GTEC Community Stadium, and that is where the Black Stars of Ghana is currently lodging. So leaving the team hotel to their training grounds won't be that minutes to cover, and they did that for the very first time. Let's enjoy some of the excerpts. This is a video from 3 Sports, where the Black Stars of Ghana, certain players were just coming in from their team hotel into the bus for their first training session.
Your day is great. Let's get your name.
And as you all know, the team players are just arriving in batches, and you don't know for now. I can't say whether we are having the full house or not. But as it stands now, some of the notable players who were present in the first training session are as follows: Lawrence Atizigi, a goalkeeper; Jordan Pierre Ayew, the captain of the team; Kwame Opoku, striker; Kamaldeen Mahmoud, a defender; Stefan Kofi Ambrosius, a defender; Gideon Mensah, a defender; Caleb Jirenchi, a midfielder; Salis Abdul Samad, a midfielder; Razak Simpson, a defender; Benjamin Asari, a goalkeeper; Joseph Tete Anan, a goalkeeper; Abu Francis, a midfielder; Brandon Thomas Asante, and the others. So Majid Ashmeru is also part of the players that trained today for the Black Stars of Ghana's first training session ahead of Wednesday clash against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Ghana will face the Super Eagles of Nigeria on Wednesday, exactly 6 p.m. Ghana time, 7 p.m. Nigeria time, 8 p.m. South Africa time. So you can make those permutations and combinations as to how, when, and where to watch the match. But currently, I know Mass TV will be telecasting the game live for us to watch, and DSTV2 will be telecasting. So these are some of the latest updates coming in. And aside to during the match day, a lot of social media platforms we'll just make it known for us to watch. So that is it. So just keep it logged on this platform. We'll give it to you as it is, back to back, for you to understand it perfectly, how to watch the Black Stars of Ghana versus the Super Eagles of Nigeria. This is a Jollof Derby, and when it comes to encounters like this is Africa's most storied and passionate game in terms of football rivalry. So we will just keep it to you as it is for you to understand how things are going, both on Manual TV Sports and Sports Filler. Still in the camp of the Black Stars of Ghana, Black Stars duo Mohamed Kudus and Kamaldeen Sulemana, Ghana Football Association communications team, have updated us as to why Mohamed Kudus and Kamaldeen Sulemana were not part of the Black Star squad for the 2025 Unity Cup tournament. They made a surprise visit to the team's camp, and we saw Mohamed Kudus and Kamaldeen Sulemana engaging warmly with some of the players and also technical team and other staff, including the team doctor of the team, Dr. Prince Pambo. Let's have a look of how things happen when the star boy Mohamed Kudus and Kamaldeen Sulemana made a surprise visit to the team's camp.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it.
So the general conclusion from my point of view is that their presence is going to be a morale boost for the Black Stars players ahead of their participation in the 2025 Unity Cup tournament. Not just their participation, but also the clash against the Super Eagles of Nigeria on Wednesday, the 28th of May 2025 at exactly 6 p.m. Ghana time, 7 p.m. Nigeria time, and 8 p.m. South Africa time. I have reiterated for you to know how things will be going. So those of you be asking, when are they playing the match? How are you going to watch it? I've given you some exact details for you to know how things will be happening. So just keep it locked. Whatever will happen, I will just keep you updated. So just don't shake, panic, or whatever it is. Keep it logged on Manual TV Sports. Still in the camp of the Black Stars of Ghana, as the Black Stars of Ghana held their first training session, the Super Eagles of Nigeria also did same at the Hanwell Town Football Club Community Stadium. That is where they also had their first training session. And that is it. I've updated you on Sportsfella. You can go and watch their first training session with the exact words from their head coach, Eric Sekuchel, very focused, trying to create some identity for the Nigeria Super Eagles ahead of his clash with the Black Stars of Ghana. And on this note, the head coach of the Black Stars, Otto Addo, has also spoken at length. He has given extensive details as to how he sees the 2025. He has given an extensive details as to how he sees the 2025 Unity Tournament for the Black Stars of Ghana. And this is a short video you have to watch with respect to each and every word from Otto Addo's speech ahead of Ghana's clash with the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Otto Addo, coach of the Black Stars of Ghana, one of the most exciting football teams in the world, even though I say so as a Nigerian. Let me ask you, what does this Unity Cup mean to you and your team in the context of the World Cup qualifiers and all the other qualifiers that you're going through?
Yeah, so first of all, we'd like to thank you for the invitation. We're very, very happy to be here. I think if all the culture meets, it's a big festival. It's very, very nice to be here, and surely we are using this opportunity to do further tests, to test our players, to see our players on a very, very high level. And we're happy that we are getting this opportunity, and for us it's surely a good test for the upcoming World Cup qualifying games in September.
Okay, great. So gentlemen, questions? First gentleman here.
First of all, I want to say Akwaba. Aside from being able to have the bragging rights over Nigeria as a Ghanaian myself, I'd be happy if we won. What can the team take from being successful in this tournament?
For us, it's like I said, it's a good test, and it's for our confidence will be good for the upcoming games. And for us, we really need to know. We have so many open questions on players, and I'm happy to give also some new and young players some possibilities to play and to show what they can. And surely after this tournament, some question will be answered. And yeah, for us also, we have a big community here in England. It's very important for us also for them to see and feel the players. And so for us, it's a very good opportunity to play in this, participate in this tournament.
For the fans, this is very much about rivalry as it is about unity. So building on with the bragging rights, how much does that conversation of bragging rights creep into the changing room?
Yeah, I think everyone knows what it's about. Surely it's a friendly game, but it's not really a friendly game. So we know what it's about, and we want our people to be proud of us, and we want our people to talk from a certain perspective. And surely it's always about who has the better team, and sometimes margins can decide the outcome of the game. I think normally, to be honest, we are on the same level, but we're hoping that we will win. We're hoping that we'll be successful. It's going to be tough, but I'm sure we can do it.
Also, we realized that your list came out this morning. Most of the usual players are off Kudus, Piatti, and things. There's one particular player, Afimijan, that you managed to call from Italy. How were you able to go around and get him? Because after our last match with Nigeria that he partake in it, he's been out of the national team for some years now, went through a lot of difficulties, but he's in the list at the moment. How did you manage to convince him?
There are a lot of young players, and he's also young, which I want to give a chance. Surely we are observing the players all the time. I was flying around Europe the last months. I saw a lot of matches, met a lot of players. We're getting features from our video assistants, and he did well, and that's why we wanted to give him another chance. He's still young. His career hasn't been like he expected it to be, but this is normal in football. Sometimes you have ups, sometimes you have downs, and for him it's another opportunity to show himself.
Coach, my name is No Kululuman from Rumble Radio International, Ghana, UK to be precise. Let me ask you, I remember very well, I went with you in Nigeria when you were able to qualify to the World Cup Qatar, and you beat them very well. You did very well. And we all saw what happened after the game. You were running like a thief, but they beat us very well. Is it going to be a revenge?
So, okay, first of all, we played draw, but we qualified for the World Cup. And there were tensions that day, but to be honest, the Nigerian fans weren't angry on us, so they didn't harm us anyway. They were angry at their own players, so surely we had to get into the dressing room to be safe. But I think this is a conversation where the fans of Nigeria and the Nigerian team should be asked, not us. So we didn't have anything to do with this. And for us, I think for everybody, it's very important that whatever the outcome of the result is, that the spectators stay calm and safe. And I think violence shouldn't have any place in football at all.
Yeah, I'm Ibrahim Karimu, and I work with XYZ Broadcasting in Ghana. Coach, talking about team bonding, from that perspective, most Ghanaians our players are not bonding well, they're not playing that telepathic understanding of football that we all want them to be playing. Now we have most of our key players, our Semenyo, Kudus, Inaki, Piatti out. How is it affecting the team bonding that most Ghanaians are calling for in going into our next games in the World Cup qualifier?
It's difficult to say. So Iñaki has been out, for example, for 3 weeks. There's nothing we can do. Kudos, he came to the hotel today and visited the players. So there are different things. So we are still bonding, we are connecting, we're trying to do the best. But if somebody's injured, there's nothing we can do, and we have to look at the games. On the other side, it gives opportunity for a lot of other players, and this is how football is. At the moment, it's not only us, but also other teams have a lot of injuries. Some are very, very serious, and some are maybe just lightly. But this is how it is, and we try still to bond. This is a situation also which could occur in September. So, and we just try to prepare our best for these upcoming matches, and surely we have to rely on the players which are there. So there's nothing you can do about this. Everybody's trying to give his best, and surely what I want is that those players who are in England or London especially, that they come to visit the team, and this is what they want to do. And like I said, Kudos was at the hotel today, or is still there, and this is what is also bonding to show up, to communicate, and this is the only thing we can do in this very situation.
There's a big rivalry between Nigerians and Ghanaians in London. I wanted to ask you if you're aware of how big this is for fans, the culture, and just how excited you are for the game.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Actually, the last friendly we lost 2-1, so really we want to beat them. I know about the rivalry. It's not only in England, but I think England has a very, very huge community of Nigerians and Ghanaians. So, but it's everywhere. And it's very, very important. These games, even, I mean, we had recent good results, but in general, even if you have bad results, these are the games where you can get the fans back on track. And so I know the importance of these games. And like I said before, we are trying to do everything to win this game.
Just to let you know that a Nigerian coach has been sacked before for losing a friendly against Ghana in London. So, gentleman in the James jacket, please.
Yeah, Coach, this is the question I have for you when it comes to...
Sorry, please introduce yourself and your organization.
Okay. This is Ayodele Ademola from Demi Sport News. Okay. Yeah, this is a question I have for you. What would your impact be on the Ghana League?
I don't get the question, because it's, for me, the Ghanaian league is like a league like every other league. I've been watching a lot of games live, but we always observe the league. We try to pick out the best players. We use also now the Unity Cup to bring in some players from the Ghanaian league, which we haven't seen before on an international level. So if you have watched our recent games, we always had local players in our squads, also playing. So I rate the league very high. Otherwise, we wouldn't have players in our squad which can compete also on that level. So, and like I said, we even brought more players from the local league, and looking forward to see them on that level.
Obviously, we spoke about earlier that there's a few familiar faces that didn't make the squad this time around. But I can't help but ask about maybe some of the players that are born in this nation here, or born in across Europe, that are eligible to play for Ghana, for example. There's obviously been a lot of conversation about players like Eddie Nketiah, for example. I know he's obviously represented England, but according to FIFA, is he still eligible to make a switch? Is that somebody that's been on your radar? Has there been any conversations about that, or just any conversations about any kind of players that are born in Europe that might be eligible to play for Ghana?
Yeah, to be honest, it's very, very difficult to lead a discussion now about players which are not invited, and I always kept it like that. It's very, very difficult because there's so many. We have, let's say, I don't know, around about 400 players in Europe playing, also in England, which we could have called, and it's difficult to talk about players who are not in the squad.
Final question, please. The gentleman at the back.
Hi, Coach. My name is Mona from The Guardian. I'm just checking with you, basically. What was the first time you watched a Ghana versus Nigeria game? Can you tell me what it was?
As a spectator?
As a spectator.
This is a very good question, actually.
Or any memorable Ghana vs Nigeria game you can think of?
Actually, I don't know how old I was because actually.
Do you remember the game?
No, I've seen Ghana against Nigeria, but actually I don't know which year it was. So I've been going to Ghana since I'm 4 years old, almost every year. So, and I've been going to the stadium with my uncle, and sometimes I watch it on TV also. So, but I don't know the year actually, to be honest.
Okay, gentlemen, we have to leave it at that. The Nigerian coach is also waiting outside. So, let's Rotimi.
So these are some of the quick, brief, and latest updates coming in from the camp of the senior national team, the Black Stars, ahead of their 2025 Unity Cup tournament. And let me just draw conclusion on this. I said initially the tournament wasn't approved by the world's football governing body, FIFA, and it wouldn't have been used for ranking purposes just because it falls outside the 2025 June international break, which is scheduled to take place from the 2nd to the 10th of June 2025. But I can state this emphatically on this platform that FIFA has now officially approved the 2025 Unity Cup tournament and tipped it as Tier 1 international tournament. So whatever will happen in the tournament, they are going to use the rules of FIFA to just govern the 2025 Unity Cup tournament. So any contribution, impact made in these matches of the tournament will be used for other ranking purposes, especially for the FIFA Coca-Cola ranking. So that is the latest coming in. So in as much as you'll be preparing the team ahead of the 2026 World Cup qualifiers and other major tournaments, we should also put it in mind that it will affect the next FIFA Coca-Cola ranking. So that is the latest coming in. I needed to clarify it for people to know how things are happening. Others were just talking about there's not going to be a major tournament, so you needed to try 1 or 2 players. Yes, we can try the players, but in as much as we are trying the players, you should also focus on getting better results. These are my exact words. I'll end here with my presentation as I was being supported by my hardworking chief editor, Emmanuel Kwame Asedu, and my amazing graphic designer, Dominic. Until you meet again on this platform for special shoutouts, it's bye for now.